Hi, if your car has problems with dynamic acceleration and you suspect that the turbocharger may be to blame, before you decide on a regeneration costing several hundred or several $1,000s, I will show you how to bring it back to life in less than 10 minutes in any car. Because most often the cause of such power loss is not a damaged turbocharger, but incorrect or imprecise control. Now, without unnecessary talking, I'm getting to work. Let's start with the basics, how it all works. Every engine burns fuel during operation and produces exhaust gases. These first go into the exhaust manifold and shortly afterward into the hot side of the turbocharger, then continue through the exhaust system. Driven by the hot exhaust gases, the turbocharger draws in air on its cold side and pushes it through the intake channels into the intake manifold, where the pressure sensor, called the MAP sensor, is most often located. If everything is working as it should, pressing the accelerator pedal increases the air pressure and gives the engine a boost. The problem appears when this sensor is dirty or damaged, because then pressing the accelerator does not increase the air pressure in the intake manifold, and the car does not accelerate as it should, or the acceleration takes much longer than it should. In a moment, I will show you using my own example how to fix such a problem because it literally takes 5 minutes. Now, if you could support me a little and leave a like and subscribe, that would be really cool. Thank you. Before we get to that, I'll show you how to diagnose whether this issue applies to you without taking anything apart because it can be checked quickly and give you certainty about whether this is the direction you should be looking in to solve your turbocharger problems. We will check the pressure changes in the intake manifold using a diagnostic scanner. You do not need to buy a computer for several $100s because the device I'm using now costs around $25 and is truly useful in a huge number of situations. After pairing the scanner with my phone, I open the list of all available sensors where one of them is the value we are interested in, and it will be the same in every car brand. Now, how should this measurement be properly interpreted? Here is how. With the engine off but the ignition on, the value should be 100 kilopascals. With the engine running at idle, the correct value is between 100 and 105 kilopascals for a diesel engine and slightly higher in the case of a gasoline engine. Under load, when pressing the accelerator pedal, this value should increase to as much as 200 or 250 kilopascals, depending on the engine map in your unit. If your measurement shows different parameters, it is time to clean the sensor, which is exactly what I'm about to do now. First, I unscrew and then remove the plastic engine cover, setting it aside in a safe place. I tighten the oil filler cap so that nothing falls inside, and right here is where my sensor is located, which I am now disconnecting from the power supply. Gently and carefully, I remove the sensor from its slot, making sure not to break it in the process. I take a look at it and can already see that it is quite heavily clogged. Using an endoscopic camera, I will show you how badly this area is covered with carbon buildup and old oil that has been collecting here for years. And this is exactly why the turbochargers in your cars lose power over time. They cannot operate properly if such areas are not cleaned regularly. How to solve this problem? First, I remove all the surface dirt from my MAP sensor, and then I apply a solution that dissolves such deposits inside the sensor, after which I rinse everything until it is completely clean. Leave a comment under this video if you need help choosing the right product for your car. I will help you do it. Next, I very carefully vacuum out everything that could fall inside the intake manifold using an industrial vacuum cleaner, because we do not want any hard debris to enter the engine. So it is worth spending a bit more time on this task. Finally, I place the sensor back in its position, reconnect the power plug, and reinstall the acoustic cover. At the very end, a test drive, and you can immediately feel that the car has become a few good years younger. If you enjoyed this video, check out my film about the complete rebuild of the glow plug system. You will definitely like it. Have a great evening.